Happy Vlogmas Day 9, Santa.
Tree.
9. Open it. What does it say on the side?
Probably the English, not the French. Pick a potted Christmas tree. You can plant it on New Year's Day.
We don't want a big Christmas tree in our garden.
No, look at that. Almond, milk and honey. Calming, protecting hand cream.
Ooh, lovely. Smell nice?
Give me a chance, I'm rubbing it in.
Oh, it does smell nice.
Yeah.
Look at all the responses of names. There's so many. But how freaky are these top two, Leonard and Penny? I quite like the suggestion, Leonard. Got Albert, George, Daniel, Wednesday, Freddie, Betty. Oh, Betty's quite cute. Frida, Jessie. She looks like a Cassandra. Brian. Quite like that one. Ellie, Tina, Audrey, Oscar, Edgar, Pablo, Barry, Ringo, Stella, the Stegosaurus, Ringo, Penelope, and then these are the ones from yesterday. Today I was meant to go to that Swish event where I was meant to sell my clothes, but I don't know if you can hear it. I feel like I'm getting ill. I've woken up with a mouthful of ulcers. I think I'm getting a little bit run down from Vlogmas. It's a lot of work. So I don't even know what I'm going to do today. So today was meant to be selling clothes at the Swish event. Or I never got round to being able to sort out my clothes. So maybe I can film doing that. I'm going to pop to Argos to pick up the knives that I've got. I've got some new knives. Maybe I can marble the kitchen island because I do have the stuff just sitting there. My brunch is left over what I didn't eat yesterday. I'm getting so many lovely comments about the coffee table I'm doing with Daniel. Because I said do dusty pink and ombre with brass leaf and brass legs, and then he works his magic. Doesn't actually live far from me, so when we're both free and the legs arrive, we shall be shooting that. So hopefully that'll happen during Vlogmas because I can film it too. This is amazing. I love when you guys send me pictures, especially when your Christmas decorations feature a doggy. Oh my god. Yeah, found someone that loves my cooking segments. They said Paul is funny, but mine are actually useful because I explain the dishes. My theory about people preferring Paul's cooking segments because we're both in them has been confirmed. Do you not believe that people are saying this?
Well, how would they know to say it when we only had that discussion yesterday?
Because I'm replying to older videos of people or them replying.
Oh, so they've said that they enjoy my videos and then you get a little bit jealous and does that mean that, do you mean without me or with Paul? Is that what you're doing?
I'm replying saying, do you prefer Paul's segments because I'm in them and you like us together? And they said yes.
Of course they're going to say that. They're not going to go no.
Excuse you.
What?
Trumpy bum.
I didn't trump.
I got it on camera.
I didn't know.
Come on, I can't do it.
Thing.
Did you make that one up?
No. By an old local band, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. If there's any ancient people out there who will remember that local band, you'll know what that was and you can comment.
My camera is breaking again, but if you get these little screws, then it will fix the screen that's coming loose. I love these. Is it true? Are these custard creams? Let's collected our knives. We'll show you those in a bit. The feather's pretty. We're now in Wilkinson's because we're getting ill. This tree is only £10. Paul's looking up videos on how he can do his piano bar. This guy is proper going to town on this piano though, and don't think we have quite as many tools as him. Are you feeling inspired?
Kind of, but I'm not going to go to the lengths of what this guy's done.
These are the knives that we got from Argos. I've just got the things on them to protect at the moment because obviously very sharp. But look, they'll look amazing in our kitchen. And this is how you store them. This looks so weird. Look at this. This is so odd. But the knives just slip in there. So that's them all inside. I love this. This will look nice, especially when I marble the island. What have you done?
I've taken bits out.
Does it look cool when you play it?
This has to go. We could possibly keep them in, but we'd have to get a bit of glass that would cover that perfectly. Here we go. I'm thinking we leave this bit in, maybe a piece of glass, I don't know. We could just chop it to where the key starts, so it looks like they're still in. We can remove all that bottom wood stuff and then we could have like bottles piled there.
Just found this on one of the keys.
1920. All of these keys are numbered, so when we want to put them back, we can put them back in the right order.
Is this French money? 1977.
Hello?
That's like a thing of nightmares, that echo.
It's just an old bit of plywood by the looks of it.
That is so cool. Are they like adverts?
Yeah. When we put the keys back, we put them down at this kind of level. Then when the glass goes over the top, it won't touch the keys and the keys will just look the part.
But imagine if this back bit lifted up, then you could make some storage in the back. So we're thinking with this front bit, we'll just keep it so we can like remove it, put it back, so we can make it look like a normal piano. And then when we have people around, we can take it off and be like, it's a bar. Oh, you can have like the cocktail menu on that bit or something. That'll look cool, won't it?
So you want to keep this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's a good idea.
The 12 Days of Christmas 9th prize is something very different and I'm very excited. I really love mixing up all the prizes from the independent brands. This is by Mono Life Journal. There are 4 different designs. I just love this one, so I opted for this. It's a beautiful nightscape with these moon and stars saying make a wish, and along the spine it is gold. I think there is an option of having lined paper or blank. I went for lined so I can make lots of notes. You can either have the numerology reading, which I went for, which you just need your full name and your birthday. This is the 7 core numbers numerology reading. Or you can have a tarot card reading, which will be a 30-minute video call. She included some business cards, and as if she sent a Christmas card to both Paula and I. That's very, very sweet. In this note, she's saying thank you, and there's also using code LEANNE5, £5 off your numerology reading or tarot reading. Thank you so much for the card, Charlotte. This is so lovely. To Leanne and Paul, wishing you a very happy Christmas. Have a wonderful new year. I wish all your dreams come true and to get the fireplace sorted. Oh my god, me too. So I'm on her Instagram and I noticed in her highlight, she explains a little bit more about numerology readings.
Numerology is said to have been created by Pythagoras. It actually dates back to ancient Babylon. You'll generally have 7 core numbers within your chart, and each of these numbers will tell you about your personal strengths, your personality, how other people perceive you, your life path, and what you are destined to become. Numerology is an ancient science of letters and numbers. Each letter and number holds its own unique universal vibration.
I have to say, some of this of mine is very accurate. It can be loners even though they truly enjoy others' company. This is so weird. They feel their best around water even though they have a great fear of this. I love being on a boat on the water, but I'm also terrified of it because I almost drowned, so I'm really scared of deep water. Look how beautiful she is. She's such a talented artist as well. She does a lot of drawings. These are the other designs for your journal. I'll link this below in the description box as usual, so you can have a look and pick which one you'd like. In her shop there are cushions, there are tops, there are posters, leggings, cups, notebooks, there's skirts, wall hangings, mugs. Oh my god, there's even clocks, but I'll link you guys down to her shop so you can have a browse through everything. What do you think to the new knives?
Sexy!
I'm about to do casserole. You guys know how to do it, so I don't need to film. Just need to put the sausages in, but using the new casserole dish, and it is the perfect size.
And it's got a lid, so you don't have to use tinfoil like I do.
And you're jealous that I'm getting to use it.
No, I didn't realise I get to play around with a new thing.
Is it good? I'm excited to try my very first casserole. And tonight we're having the sticky toffee pudding. I'm going to marble the island. I do have a video on my main channel which I will link in the card and in the description below. I did that in our old place. That was in there for 2 years now. And when we moved out of that place, the next tenants actually asked to keep it. It looked brand new. There are maintenance, which I will say at the end. If I forget to say it, I'll leave it in the description below. So I'll give you my tips of how I do it. I'll talk about how I did the tiles on the splashback, which is so easy, but I always get messages on how it's done. So first thing you want to do is clean your surface. Using Dettol, this is a surface cleanser. This smells amazing. This is the lime and mint. And once they're clean, you want to make sure they're dry as well. Clean the sides because I'm wrapping around. So usually I just buy it from Amazon or Wilkinson's, and the local Wilkinson's should have a little stand where they'll have a load of it. Worktops that I've done already, I got, it's like a custom size. Then I ordered a really large size. I made sure it's enough to go there and wrap around the edges. When it came, I was really upset because it was so pale. If anything, it actually does look really nice. It was annoying because I had done that already. It's not the black and white marble, it's the grey marble. For the hob, I'm using Sif. The Sif cream, you guys should know if you follow my Instagram stories, I love the Sif cream. I think it works on so many things. It's so good at cutting grease. Definitely wear gloves. If you don't, it will really age your hands. Once I've rinsed it off, I then get a paper towel and wipe it down and just kind of buff it out. Look how shiny that is. That is just like a mirror. This is the roll I got. So as you can see, it is slightly wider, so it will wrap around the edges, and it will be slightly longer, so it wraps around those edges as well. Usually I just use like an old bank card. I say an old one because I'll use its corners to go around the edges and do like friction to cut off excess bits, and that will kind of like burn down the edges of the card. 2 pieces. So I had one along the length, cut a smaller hole for this, and to make it easier as you stick down, I cut a slit behind the sink so I could then wrap it around and join it. I had quite a long piece, so I was able to match up the design. So here it looks like it's one big whole area, so it looks like it's repeating this way. Even though the roll isn't as wide as this, it has the illusion that it is. The tiles were so easy to do, so the tiles are already on. You can see there are just black tiles. So what I did was I measured the length of the tile. I then cut out loads of them, so enough obviously to cover each tile. I then just placed them randomly, and that goes all the way around the back. To do this proper way, I should lay out that vinyl and mark on the back. If you have it on the back, you need to make sure it's flipped, if that makes sense. So you don't want to mark out where this is on the back of it, because you're then going to put it the right side up, and then that's going to be backwards. I'm going to start at that end and then work my way down. Probably because this is a smaller side for the hole, I should probably put the slit there. On the normal one you buy by the brand, on the back there is a grid, and that really helps you to measure and cut. This one doesn't so much. It has a grid, but the grid is a lot larger. I'm just going to roll it all the way out to see how much leeway I have for the excess to roll around the edges. I literally have loads. I'm going to do this the really lazy way, and I'm just going to start sticking it down. When I get to this point, I'll then cut a rough, smaller hole to make it easier to work with. My tip I have is working in small sections. Middle, start pushing out to the edges. Doesn't matter if you make a mistake. If you notice you have some air bubbles trapped, just peel it back and then do again. I just moved it slightly. I realised I hadn't got an even amount of space on the edges, and that means one side wouldn't have had enough overlap. So I just unstuck it, and I'm back to going from the middle, pushing it out again. Pull back, go back in, and just keep going. Almost budged right up to the hob. It started to stick itself. Well, that was close. It started ripping itself, but luckily, that is really sticky. Luckily, it did it not past where it needs to be. So I'd say this one I bought isn't as good quality as the normal one I get. But if I do this okay, you won't be able to tell. Basically, you just want to butt up to the edge, and then you rub it and then it cuts it. You can always patch up with little bits to go over areas that do look bad though. I've done that before and that looks fine. Basically, I've stuck this all down to the end now. This is when it starts getting tricky, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll do this section. Get in there. Gently pushing in. It needs to cut somewhere because it's getting so tight. And that just relieves all of the pressure. And I can carry on. Okay, that made it so much easier. Now I just need to do this part. Here we go. Just holding that up, butting it against, smoothing it out. Cut it down. It is all done. All the edges are folded down. That looks so much better now with the back. Obviously, this marble is lighter than this one, but it still looks good. Look how lovely and shiny this is. It's all bubble free. My edges aren't the best, I have to say. They're like the hardest parts. I think the hobs turn out pretty good. And where I cut the slit here, I can barely even notice it. I do often get questions about the maintenance. People are like, can I put a hot pan onto the worktop? I wouldn't advise putting a hot pan on any worktop. I recommend getting yourself a trivet. So when you've finished with the hot pan, if you can't keep it there for any reason and you need to put it somewhere, put it on a trivet. This will protect your worktops. Excuse this, I do need to get some sift on it, get rid of the tea stains. But same goes when you're making your cups of tea. I wouldn't really advise putting hot things. Even a cup of tea, it can leave like faint rings on it. So I use a marble chopping board and I make our teas on this. Just basically keep all heat away from here. Things can stain it. Like if you get pasta sauce or like curry sauce, it may discolor it, but over time it will fade. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll link down below to the marble that I've used. If you like this lighter one, I'll link down to it. And the one that I use, the larger one, from Amazon for that. And the standard ones I usually get. You can also get them from Wilkinson's if you just need the standard ones.
So good, I like it.
It looks a lot brighter in here now.
It does, and now it goes in everything else.